hope, end quote. She said these words nearly 60 years ago, but they still ring true, especially here at this sacred ground. The landscape surrounding us, once a common field, is now a vibrant living memorial to the 40 passengers and crew members of Flight 93 who gave the ultimate sacrifice on September 11, 2001. The transformation of this special place and our dedication to its preservation in their memory give us hope that future generations will continue to come here to be inspired by the heroic actions of 40 ordinary people. I begin today with a special welcome to the thousands of students joining us virtually from across the country and the world as part of our Teach to Remember 9/11, a National Day of Learning. We thank the next generation and their teachers, representing 29 states across our nation, to include Hawaii, and ranging from middle schools, high schools, and 15 colleges, 238 schools in all, who are embracing our ceremony at this very moment this morning. In addition to schools here in the United States, also participating are students from Canada, Romania, and Ghana. We welcome all of you and thank you for allowing us to bring this beautiful ceremony and the spirit of the 40 heroes to your classroom. Good morning. My name is Stephen Clark, and for the past 10 years, I have had the honor of serving as the superintendent of the National Parks of Western Pennsylvania, which includes this special place. On behalf of the National Park Service, I extend a warm welcome to all of you joining us today, both virtually and in person at Flight 93 National Memorial. The National Park Service cares for some of our nation's most significant places. This hallowed ground behind me, the final resting place of the passengers and crew members of Flight 93, is one such place. Here, brave men and women made history and shaped our future. Those individuals made a collective decision that changed our world forever 24 years ago this morning. Their decision to fight back against the terrorists who had hijacked their plane saved an untold number of lives and preserved the U.S. Capitol, the symbol and center of our democracy. We honor their actions as a truly heroic display of unity, courage, and defiance in the face of tremendous adversity. As we pause to reflect on the events of 24 years ago this morning, let us begin this moment with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please rise as you are able and join us in reciting the pledge. Leading us this morning are Flight 93 ambassadors, Pat and Ron Reinbold.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Thank you, Pat and Ron, Mr. and Mrs. Reinbold, as I like to refer to them, for leading today's Pledge of Allegiance and for your 15 years of dedicated service to this special place. I would also like to thank all of our Flight 93 volunteer ambassadors, both past and present, for their unwavering commitment in assisting us in fulfilling our mission. Friends, partners, colleagues, local, state, and federal elected officials here with us this morning, as well as members of the administration, welcome to this very special place. It is our honor to further extend this welcome to a delegation of senior officials from the countries of Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. Seeing the story of Flight 93 cross borders and impact people from all over the world reignites our daily commitment to always remember the heroes of Flight 93. Above all, and with heartfelt warmth, we welcome the many family members and loved ones of the passengers and crew members of Flight 93. We are honored that you are joining us this morning, both in person and virtually, from literally all over the world. We are forever grateful for your ongoing support to this memorial, its partners, and to the National Park Service through its mission of caring for this special place. You have seen us through many seasons and have assisted us in the growth in countless ways. In the spring, as wildflowers and trees bloom across these many acres after the harsh winters, we are privileged, truly privileged, ladies and gentlemen, that you return here year after year to honor your loved ones at their final resting place. Your participation in today's ceremony and your continued willingness to share their story with the world embodies the very essence of this sacred place, a memorial created to honor 40 individuals, most of them strangers to one another, who joined together as one over the skies of western Pennsylvania with resolute heroism. It is with the spirit of their collective action that the National Park Service works side by side with our partners, neighbors, and community members to ensure that the 40 members whose names are inscribed on this marble wall behind me are never forgotten, and that this new generation and those that follow can learn from their inspiring story. We must always remember what happened 24 years ago today, when an attack on our nation brought forth an inspiring show of courage from the passengers and crew members aboard Flight 93. Confronted by an unprecedented situation, united as one, they drew upon a reserve of inner strength to face that challenge. It is our duty, and indeed our honor, to do all we can to meet our own challenges with the same spirit of strength, unity, and determination demonstrated by the 40 heroes that morning. Rising to meet another unexpected challenge here at the memorial, last year, the National Park Service and the Friends of Flight 93 initiated the first phase of a public-private campaign entitled the Resiliency Project. This multi-year project seeks to revitalize the nearly 2,000 deciduous trees within the 40 memorial groves and the Alley Trail. With the tremendous support of the National Park Service's Olmsted Center for Landscape Preservation, experts from Cornell University, Pennsylvania State University, and the State University of New York College of Environmental Science and Forestry, we have begun the process of improving tree health and soil conditions to ensure that these living tributes planted for each of the 40 heroes will remain here growing strong for future generations. We thank these organizations and these prestigious institutions for their expertise and their commitment to seeing this long-term project through to completion. We also extend our deepest gratitude and appreciation for the unwavering support of the Friends of Flight 93, led by Executive Director Donna Gibson. From the Resiliency Project to the Teach to Remember Project, the Friends organization and their board of directors have provided essential volunteers, resources, and community engagement with class and dignity. We thank the entire Friends organization for their passionate and resilient commitment to assist us all in fulfilling our mission. Helping to honor the 40 passengers and crew members this morning is retired forester Scott Eggerud. For many years, Scott provided essential technical assistance in our reforestation efforts. He and the staff at the Department of the Interior's Office of Surface Mining Reclamation Enforcement, or OSMRE for short, supported the decade-long effort to reforest this former coal surface mine with native tree species. Scott will lead the reading of their names, joined by family members who have made their journey here from across our great nation and around the world to read the name of their loved one. Joining Scott and family members are Chet Edwards and Michael French. For 12 years, Chet, a now retired reclamation specialist and field supervisor for OSMRE, served as a volunteer and team leader in our reforestation efforts. Chet is joined by Michael French, the director of Green Forests Work, a nonprofit organization who has provided funding, tree seedlings, equipment, and expertise to the memorial. After each name is read this morning, Chet and Michael will ring the bells of remembrance in memory of the 40 passengers and crew members of Flight 93. Through the guidance and dedication of experts like these gentlemen, more than 4,800 volunteers planted over 152,000 tree seedlings on 216 selected acres of the memorial. Collectively, we offer our sincerest respect, appreciation, and gratitude to the entire reforestation team, and especially the members of the Office of Surface Mining, Reclamation, and Enforcement. Attending today's ceremony is Acting OSMRE Director, Mr. Tom Shope. We thank Tom and all those Department of the Interior employees for their participation in today's ceremony and for their dedication to making this place a world-class memorial and living tribute to the passengers and crew members of Flight 93. We further extend this gratitude for the unwavering support of the many bureaus and offices that make up the United States Department of the Interior. We thank the leaders of this organization, including Deputy Secretary of the Interior, Catherine McGregor, who is in attendance with us here this morning, who, in the spirit of the passengers and crew members of Flight 93, foster a culture of teamwork and dedication. As we prepare for the reading of the 40 heroes' names, followed by the beautiful bells of remembrance, let us all, at this moment, reflect on their actions on this very morning 24 years ago and how their sacrifice ultimately saved the lives of so many.
Christian Adams. Lorraine G. Bay. Todd M. Beamer. Alan Anthony Bevan.
Gerald Mark Kendall Bingham.
Sandy Waugh Bradshaw.
Diora Francis Bodley.
Marion R. Britton. Thomas E. Barnett, Jr. William Joseph Cashman.
My sister, Georgine Rose Corrigan Marisay.
Patricia Cushing.
A wonderful son, brother, father, and superior pilot, my cousin, Captain Jason M. Dahl.
Joseph DeLuca. Patrick Joseph Driscoll. Edward Porter Felt. Jane C. Folger. Colleen L. Fraser. Andrew Sonny Garcia. Jeremy Logan Gilk. Kristen Osterholm White Gould.
Lauren Catuzzi Grandcolas and unborn child.
My sister, Wanda Anita Green.
Donald Freeman Green. Linda Grunland. Richard J. Wadagno.
First Officer Leroy Wilton Homer.
My son, Toshia Kuge.
Cece Ross Lyles. Hilda Marson. Waleska Martinez. Nicole Carol Miller.
Louis Joey Nacky II.
Donald Arthur Peterson. Jean Hoadley Peterson. Mark David Rothenberg. Christine Ann Snyder. John Talagnani. Honor Elizabeth Wenino. Deborah Jacobs Welch.
Thank you, Chet, Scott, Michael, and family members for that beautiful tribute to our 40 heroes. At this time, let us join together in spirit for a moment of remembrance and solitude by offering an interfaith prayer of resiliency, healing, and peace. Leading our invocation will be Reverend Robert J. Way. Pastor Bob, as he is better known, was a new pastor at the Good Shepherd Lutheran Cooperative in Shanksville, Pennsylvania on September 11th, 2001. He provided comfort and counsel to local community members and went on to serve as a volunteer ambassador here at the memorial and on the task force that helped develop this beautiful landscape you see here today. Reverend?
Good morning. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor the heroes of Flight 93 as a group, as we have just lifted them up individually. Thank you. Approximately 23 years ago, a collaborative group of stakeholders, including local community members, first responders, government officials, and representatives from the Flight 93 families, gathered to discuss erecting a memorial to honor the 40 individuals who heroically fought against terrorists to prevent further loss of life. Our deliberations centered on creating a lasting tribute that would honor both their immediate sacrifice and as an enduring legacy of these courageous individuals. We extend our gratitude to Paul Murdoch for bringing our vision and our mission to fruition. What was once a common field is now a field of honor. It is our privilege to continue moving forward to preserve and nurture this hallowed place, hallowed not by us, but by the lives of your loved ones. When Adam Schaefer invited me to return and speak, I earnestly accepted the opportunity to continue in that mission and to further establish the vision of this field as a place of healing. Looking back, we might think that the healing began with the excavation and the repair of the land at the crash site. But even that beginning had a deeper intent, that what we would ultimately accomplish would be to transform minds and to mend, to heal broken hearts and broken spirits. You see, from the memorial grove of trees with its sense of a diverse unity to the diverse species of wildflowers that grow and change from spring to fall in the fields behind us, from the small but noticeable changes to the landscape here, which we refer to as the bowl, which I've always envisioned as hands cupped to embrace all who enter, to this memorial wall with its design, signifying again the connectedness of individuals. The wall continues to bring many people together as a family. The vision is one of bringing us face to face with the acknowledgement that life, true life, is experienced in this place. So I ask you to join with me in a moment of silence, a moment of reflection. Holy God, we ask that you would be with us. We invoke your presence upon us. Each and every time we gather wishing to learn more about ourselves. Comfort us as we espouse the ideal that hope lives within each of us. Be with our families as they continue to mourn even after many years, because loss is always loss. The wall that continues to bring us together is separated by little gaps between each of the names. It's designed that way by Paul to remind us that these are individuals, but the wall as a whole represents the unity of their decision. So, Holy One, we seek your guidance. We seek inspiration, knowledge, and hope. We seek your guidance as we persist in our efforts to affirm that life always triumphs, that life continues even amid heinous terrorist acts. And we humbly gather here with the hope that our lives may change as well. Small changes, but changes nonetheless. Be with us then as we continue throughout this day, throughout this ceremony. comfort us and confront us. The philosopher John Stuart Mill once said, I won't quote, I don't know his exact words, but it went something on this order. Evil needs nothing more to succeed than this: that good people would look on and do nothing. Indeed, it would be difficult to call that person good who fails to, at that very least, protest when evil is witnessed. So, Holy One, comfort and confront us. Provoke us to action when we see the wrong. Thank you all.
Thank you, Reverend Way. It was absolutely beautiful. The 40 brave men and women aboard Flight 93 were among other heroes to emerge on that tragic day. One does not have to look far to inspiring stories of tremendous strength and resiliency in the face of terror. Future generations learning about the events of September 11th can find countless examples here at Flight 93 National Memorial, in New York, and at the Pentagon of ordinary people who willingly risked their own lives in an effort to help and save others. Their actions on that morning and the days that followed represent the very best of humanity, and we are forever grateful for their acts of courage. We remember them and the 2,977 individuals whose lives were lost at the World Trade Center and at the Pentagon that day. The men and women at Flight 93 National Memorial are honored to work side by side with many individuals and groups to ensure that they are never forgotten. I wish to highlight several of those neighboring organizations this morning. Patriot Park honors the 7,072 American service members who gave their lives in the global war on terror. While the Remember Me Rose Garden, a beautiful living tribute to the passengers and crew members of Flight 93, furthers our collective efforts to honor the 40 heroes. A visit to these sites provides additional opportunities for visitors to Flight 93 National Memorial to pay tribute to America's heroes. And finally, the September 11th National Memorial Trail. Founded by David Brickley, who is joining us this morning, this trail, ladies and gentlemen, this trail brings walkers, runners, and cyclists to this site as part of a 1,500-mile system which connects the three 9/11 attack sites. We thank David and all of our partners for their efforts in developing new ways to pay tribute to those lost in the terrorist attacks of September 11th. We thank these proud and patriotic organizations and local businesses who go above and beyond year-round at the memorial. Individuals like local business owner Danny Dively have exhibited tremendous pride and craftsmanship across the memorial and are greatly appreciated by staff, volunteers, and visitors. Danny and his wife Annie are joining us this morning for this very special ceremony, and for that, we are grateful. The dedicated work of so many ensures that the legacy of September 11th is carried on to the next generation forever. This includes the essential support of countless external partners such as the Pennsylvania State Police and other law enforcement agencies, the Somerset County Emergency Management Agency, state and local emergency medical services, the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, and the National Weather Service, just to name a few. Every day, ladies and gentlemen, they work hand in hand with the National Park Service every year to conduct this beautiful memorial observance. We are continuously grateful for the willingness of so many to do all they can to honor and remember the 40 heroes and our nation, now and forever. At the conclusion of our observance this morning, I invite the families seated here to the sacred ground for a private wreath-laying ceremony. Members of the Somerset Regional Volunteer Fire Department will open the ceremonial gate and provide a salute for family members as they enter. Members of this department served as some of the first responders to the crash of Flight 93. We thank them for their resolute courage and dedication to others, and we remember the 441 first responders who gave their lives in the effort to save thousands that morning. I further express our appreciation to all members of the first responder community, both here and around the world, for their sacrifice and dedicated service. In times of crisis, our first responders stand side by side with the men and women of our military to protect this great nation and its values. We owe our servicemen and women and their families a debt which can never truly be repaid for the sacrifices they have made to save lives and preserve our freedom. Additionally, and with the utmost of respect, I would like to thank the men and women now serving and who have served in our country's military. Joining us this morning is the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, the Honorable Douglas A. Collins. Thank you, sir, for joining us this morning on this sacred ground. Also, I'd like to welcome and personally thank the sailors and officers joining us today from the USS Somerset, based out of San Diego, California. Named after Somerset County, Pennsylvania, the USS Somerset represents the heroic actions of the 40 passengers and crew members of Flight 93. As this vessel and others like her traverse the world, it carries with it a message of collective sacrifice and courage in response to overwhelming adversity. XO, sir, thank you for being here. As we come together to conclude this beautiful ceremony, let us never forget, when the events of September 11th have passed from living memory, it is our hope that this awe-inspiring memorial, created through the tireless efforts of so many, will allow future generations to embrace the powerful story of Flight 93. As life continues to grow here in this beautiful field of honor, so does our hope that future generations will learn of the extraordinary actions of 40 ordinary people and be inspired to act with the same unity and courage to face their own challenges today and forever. Thank you.